Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Now it seems like whenever Ambare gets into a relationship with a man, some woman is left behind in tears. If you don't know her colorful dating history, she first came into the limelight in 2016 when she was featured in a music video as a vixen. Then, shortly afterwards, she embarked in an affair with a married man called Zahir, who is currently the MP of Nyaribari Chache. So, that affair made it to the internet streets because Zahir was definitely somebody's husband. Though Amber claimed when she first started dealing with him, she wasn't aware that he was a married man because he presented himself as a single man. So it angered Zahir's wife, who fought for her marriage until Amber gave up. Then in 2018, Amber was seen vacationing in Santorini with a man who turned out to be a rapper called Sid. Though he's gone underground, nobody knows where he is because he hasn't released music in a long while. So he also turned out to be somebody's husband. And I think the wife had a few words to throw at Amber. But that affair wasn't so scandalous like the first one. Then, come 2019, she was linked to Brown Mauzo, but I don't think Brown Mauzo was married to anyone. So he later on married Vera Sidika, who is nemesis of Ambari. I don't know whether they hate each other because of the fact that they dated the same man. And Brown Mauzo is actually the father of Vera Sidika's two kids. So come 2020, Edgar Barre, the gossip blogger, started rumors about Amber dating another man who was first known as a Somali Bey because of his physical features, obviously, and nobody knew who he was. But after the netizens scrutinized the guy, he turned out to be Jamal Rohosafi, who was also a married man. He was married to Amira, but they are now divorced. I think that affair with Amber Ray really, really made Amira file for divorce. So I'm going to link Amira's video at the bottom so you can see how Amber Ray really tortured her. Then after Jamal, in Feb of 2022, Amber Ray was linked to some Sierra Leonean man after declaring she was on a mission to represent her tribe beyond the borders. So that relationship lasted for a short while because most of Amber's followers felt the guy didn't measure up to Amber's standards because, according to them, he was a broke guy. So when that affair fizzled out in June of 2022, Kennedy Rapudo was introduced by Amber as her new bae. So they dated, broke up after 3 months, but then they got back together. Then they got pregnant. They now have a 4-month-old daughter. And somewhere along the way, they got engaged. Currently, they are calling each other wife and husband, but if they got married, They must have done it in private because they like showing us baby showers and birthdays and what have yous on social media. So I'm sure if they were officially married, we would have been aware of it. Or maybe they decided to get married secretly. Only God knows. But anyway, they are cohabiting as man and wife. And they're also residing with Gavin, who is a 13-year-old son of Amber from a previous relationship. Rapudo's 12-year-old daughter called Savani from another relationship. And now they are 4-month-old child. So this story took a turn like 2 weeks ago when Rapudo organized a birthday party for his second born, that is a son by another mother. So this boy was supposed to turn up for a birthday party, but for some reason the mother refused to release him. So because of the failure of the boy to show up for his birthday party, Rapudo went on Instagram stories to vent how he was disappointed by the fact that the baby mama denied him access to his son, which was out of character because Rapudo doesn't usually post his personal stuff on social media. But this time he vented how angry he was, and then he wrote quite a lengthy message, posted videos of the birthday party setup. So after that, he did an interview with Eve Mungai, and I'm going to play a small portion of that interview so that you can get to hear what he had to say about the events that led up to him not being able to celebrate his son's 8th birthday. So we'll just see.
I took her vouchers worth 30,000 shillings and she refused to take them. I gave Askari to take them to her, but she sent them back. I don't know. She said that she wanted cash. A day after that, I think 2 or 3 days after that, on the 7th, I have all the evidence on my phone. If you need them later on, I can share them with you. I sent her 30,000 shillings via cash.
Okay. Oh, the 30,000 inafaa kwa ya nini?
30,000 is supposed to be for food and toiletries. And as far as I'm concerned, I thought giving her vouchers to get stuff from Carrefour is the same thing. You can go buy whatever you need from there.
Hello guys, it's Mungai Eve. Welcome to the Mungai Eve Show. And of course, you're the #1 online TV show. And guys, today I'm having Kennedy Rapudo on the show. Most of him got to know him because he is a lover to one and only Amber Ray. So guys, there's this story that has been making rounds online about him being denied access to his son. So I'm here so that we can get to know what exactly is happening. And also pia tutaguzia udaku. Unajua pale tunaona marisiti na pesa mingi. Watu wanasema unakaa stress ukilipa zile risiti jamani.
Atnaka stress? No, I'm okay. If I'm paying it, it means I have it, so I'm okay. Yeah.
Hey, watu walichongoa sana wakasema tajiri pale anakaa stress akilipa hiyo pesa.
See, labda wakona x-ray, they can even see my heart. So at the end of the day, people will always talk. Yeah, but if I'm totally okay with it, I'm happy with it, so that's it. Yes.
Hey, lakini tunauliza, do you guys really have to record it? If it's something that happens oftenly, do we really have to be shown online?
Well, it's our life at the end of the day. If they want to hide their lifestyle, that's okay. If you want to show ours, that's fine. So kila mtu na lifestyle yake. Yes.
Wow, that was just by the way. Anyway, the story that has been trending sana kwa mtandao, tuliona pale birthday setup, it was looking amazing, but unfortunately, your son didn't turn up. Maybe we can get to know deep about the story, because the story imetembea sana kwa mtandao from actually before, ikisemekana you're a deadbeat dad, you don't take care of the son.
Now, I also saw I think, let me talk about what I saw yesterday, being tagged of being a deadbeat. And there are some court papers which are also shared online. And I think I'm only responding based on what was shared. Because, first of all, this issue involves a minor who's just 8 years older. And I really don't think it was okay for such court papers to be shared in public. These are things that I think we could have handled them in court. But now that they've circulated already in public, I think it's only fair if I only people also hear my side of the story. And these court papers actually were shared to the mother of my son, myself, and her lawyer. And maybe any other person can have access, maybe at the clerks to the magistrate. We are ruling out the clerks of the magistrate to share them. We are ruling out her lawyer and my lawyer. So probably we all know who had a hand in sharing these documents. But since they're also in public, I think it's also fair that I also give out my side of the story. Now, when the hearing was done, I think they gave out a verdict on the 1st of September this year. And I was to have a custody to my son. And remember, my son's birthday is on the 12th of September. And on the same date, I went to school and I surprised him. I bought him a cake, some gifts for their children and everything else. The mother showed up around 40 minutes later. And then that same week was supposed to be my weekend. With him. So I've hired him a driver. And I've also bought him a car that picks him from home and drops him to school. So I told the driver, once you've dropped him at home, pick him up, bring him to my premises. The mother is aware. So when the driver got there on Friday evening, he called the mother, and the mother told him that he can't release him yet because it is his birthday the next day. So this is what the driver told me. So she denied me access once again, you know.
You're built different. Taking care of the parts that will power your bigger...
What the driver told me. So she denied me access once again, you know. And we had paid for the birthday setup, kila kitu, even the cake was there. I had even invited some of his other friends. So you can imagine going through that expenses and your child is a no-show. And I sent a driver with a car to go pick him and she refused. Why does she refuse? You know? So I was really, really heartbroken. Because remember, I first sued her on the 22nd of December last year. And my reasons for suing her was because she went to one of the bloggers, the Telegram blogger, and spewed a lot of lies about me, how I'm a deadbeat, this and that. And you see, these things, somehow the child grows up eventually. And I will never want my son to grow up only that I was never there to support him. And that's the reason why I took this matter to court. She's not the one who took it, I'm the one who took it to court. And I took it so that I can have access to my son. Yeah, so that's what happened.
So I'd like to understand from the papers that are online, inasemekana you're really asking for breakdown, 30,000 that you're supposed, I think, to give her or for the upkeep of the kid. Is that true?
First of all, when the verdict came, the judge said that I'm supposed to pay for the school fees and school-related expenses, and I'm supposed to give her 30,000 shillings per month. On her side, she's supposed to provide, I think, she's supposed to pay her own rent, medical care, shelter, clothing, and these other things. And as far as I'm concerned, when the judgment came out on the 1st of September, I did my part. In fact, on the next day, I think second on third, I took her vouchers worth 30,000 shillings, and she refused to take them. I gave her Skyri to take them to her, but she sent them back. I don't know. She said that she wanted cash. Day after that, I think 2 or 3 days after that, on the 7th, I have all the evidence on my phone. If you need them later on, I can share them with you. I sent her 30,000 shillings over cash.
Oh, the 30,000 inafaa kwa nini?
30,000 is supposed to be for food and toiletries. And as far as I'm concerned, I thought giving her vouchers to get stuff from Carrefour is the same thing. You can go buy whatever you need from there. But then she said she's the one who knows where she's supposed to shop. And she had a fair point. So later on, I sent her 30,000 shillings via M-Pesa. And then school fees is fully, I paid the full school fees for my son. When it comes to transport, I spoke with the school. They say they don't have a school bus that goes all the way to where my son lives. So I was forced to go to Mombasa and buy a car for him. The car was around 830,000 shillings. I bought a car. And then I bought a driver as well for the same car. And I'm paying him monthly salary as well. So as far as I'm concerned, I've done everything that the court asked me to do. You understand? I bought a car for his transport. I've had a driver to ferry him to and fro. I paid 30,000 shillings, which is the monthly upkeep. And I paid his full school fees. I bought the uniform. Anything that my son need, I provided it. All the evidence, I have them here on my phone. Now, when I showed this to my lawyer told me it is unfair for you to pay 30,000 shillings, yet she's also working. You understand? So he was of the opinion if she's working, I should actually be paying 10 or 15,000 shillings because I'm taking care of the school fees and I'm taking care of the transport. And also, the verdict from the judge was that we are supposed to have equal custody. Sometimes, let's say he closes for like 2 months, I'm supposed to have him for the first 1 month fully. So it was a matter of interpretation. Then do I still have to send her this 30,000 shillings yet with my son? Because the money is supposed to go towards my son upkeep, not for her. You understand? And at the end of the day, everybody has a right to appeal. Even her, she has a right to appeal. The judgment probably went against her favor. She has every right. And even me, I'm exercising the same right. I'm not seeing any wrongdoing because sometimes the son will be living here with me. So my lawyer was like, this doesn't make sense. Let us try and do an appeal so that you can seek fresh interpretation. So there's nothing wrong that I've done because as far as I'm concerned, this month I've already paid that money. there's a car that takes him to school and back. I have paid his school fees. But why am I still being denied access? That's my question. Remember,
You've been seeing him previously,
him once
before the birthday.
it has been frustrations, frustrations after frustrations. Even for me to get mad and actually post that thing, it's only my wife and the children in this house who knows what I go through. When I first sued on the 22nd of December, the judge told us that I'll be having access once every 2 weeks. And that was very painful for me because sometimes I will pick him from school maybe once or twice every week. But now, imagine I'm being told to only see him once in 2 weeks. Every Saturday, I pick him from 9 a.m. and I drop him by 4 p.m. It was very hard, but I said, if it's a judgment from the court, I'm a law-abiding citizen. I will obey to the letter. But even this time, she will still frustrate me. There are 3 times whereby I went and she said that the kid was sick. And I told her, okay, if he's sick, can I come and at least see him in the hospital? She doesn't allow it. Sometimes, Mara, they have traveled, And I'm only seeing him once every 2 weeks. So if she denies me access, let's say 1 weekend, it means I go a whole month.
In a month, you see him twice.
Yeah, that was according to the first interim orders. And the second interim orders we argued that the son has closed school, I should be given more access. And the judge told me that now I should be picking him on Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. First Monday, I think I picked him. Second Wednesday, I picked him. But when she realizes that my son comes to my house, now it was a whole issue. She was like, oh, she doesn't want my son to come to my house. But the judge gave clear instructions that I should have the son under no any supervision. So for that 2 weeks, I only saw him twice, Monday and Wednesday. Saturday, I went there, she refused. Monday, I sent my driver, she refused. So I had to drive back all the way, then I picked him. Wednesday, she refused. Saturday, she refused. So I waited for the court orders, and the court orders were given on the 1st of September, this September actually. And then now we said that since I wasn't with him that weekend, I'm supposed to pick him the next weekend. Next weekend, she refused. Okay.
The main reason is because she doesn't want him in your place.
Now wait, that weekend she refused. Now we said that since she has refused, now on the 15th, which is now this last weekend, I will have him. And that's why I went to the school on Tuesday, did him a bash, knowing that I will still have him over the weekend. And when I have him over the weekend, I felt it's just good if I do him a birthday party, because he'll be with us here. You understand? And that's Fridays now is when I sent my driver to go pick him. She refused. So what wrong have I done? I've obeyed all the court orders. Even if we're having a problem with the 30,000 shillings, I've already paid it. But should you appeal and the court says no, I must pay it, I will still pay it. You understand?
You have maybe plans for him for the birthday as well.
Even if she had plans for him, that is my weekend at the end of the day. She could have chosen her own weekend and do a birthday party with him. That was supposed to be my weekend. She was very, very clear. Remember, the previous 2 weekends she denied me access. Now, even the third weekend you still deny me access. Why? Yeah.
Okay, maybe you can let us know why is she having an issue with him coming to your place? Where are you supposed to go with him?
Now, according to the email that was shared by I think her lawyer, they say that they want my son to come here under supervision. I don't know if she will come here with a house help. Already we have 3 house helps in this house. As far as I'm concerned, the house belongs to our wife. How do I even convince my wife that my son is supposed to be here with another house help over the weekend? Does that even make sense? So I told them no, because she mentioned that my son has a delicate, stomach problem. There are certain foods which he should not be eating, but in school he eats all the food as far as I'm concerned. So we told them that why don't you write a list of what to avoid and what she should be eating, and then we'll make sure that we abide by that. So I don't know if that was one of the reasons why she refused to let my son come here. And just so you know, by the way, the court sent a child protection officer to come to this house when the case was still ongoing. And he came, he saw every room, okay? Downstairs and upstairs, and even interviewed us. In his report, he said very well that there's nothing in this house that could compromise the well-being of my son. Do you understand? When we were doing a cross-examination as well, I said, I live here with my son, who was Gavin. I live here with my daughter, Savani, and I live here with my 4-month daughter. If they're all okay, why would my son not be okay in the same house? Do you understand? So I think she's just there to frustrate me. Probably she thinks she's a woman, she's above the law. I have no idea. So these are some of the things that made us to now do an appeal. Yes.
There's some rumors that goes around when it comes to your son coming at your place. Kuna pahali nasemekananga, she said that she doesn't like tabia zingine za your wife and everything. That's some of her reasons that she wouldn't want the son to come here. Did she say that to you as well?
She has mentioned this through her lawyer, and she has every right as a mother. And that's why I'm saying once again, there's a court process, because even these things she filed them in court. And she mentioned all these things, she shared pictures of my wife, blah, blah, But the court said at the end of the day, I have freedom of expression. That cannot be taken from me, unless now she changes the constitution. You understand? That is one. Number two, whatever I share on social media, like the Instagram has a strict, they have a way of making sure that certain pictures or videos cannot circulate, and they normally take them down. My son is barely 8 years old. How does he even see these things on social media? Number three, why will I do such things in front of my son, for example? Let's say if that was her main issue, why will I do these things in front of my own son? Why? Have you ever seen me doing any probably nasty videos and my kids are there? None. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm a parent. I have 4 children. There's nothing I can do to compromise the life of my son.
So the secret to becoming a millionaire is right under everyone's nose. Now, when you figure it out, it's
compromise the life of my son. So all these things, she's just using them as an excuse, So and that's why we went to court in the first place. If the court saw no problem with all this, then who are you to still stick to what you believe in? Because what makes her think that she loves the son more than I do? The court said we have an equal custody. So I love him as much as she does. So the best thing she can do is not to use the son as a pawn. Even if she has differences against me, it is fine. But at the end of the day, do not let an innocent 8-year-old boy to go through all this. He deserves happiness from both the parents.
And since maybe that day whereby he didn't show up for the birthday, were you able to communicate with her or with your lawyer? What is your way forward?
My lawyer sent an email to them once again, and I told them that we're not happy at how she's handling all this, because this was supposed to be my weekend, and I was even supposed to travel that very weekend, and I cancelled all the plans so that I could
Okay, so you've heard how unreasonable the baby mama appears to be, but that is if whatever Rapudo is saying is accurate. So, from his explanation, I kind of believe him, though the baby mama also needs to come and state her case. But so far, with the details that Rapudo has given, I think the lady is unreasonable. So, another thing, um, Rapudo, like I said, is not known for revealing his personal details on social media. But because this baby mama decided to reveal the court details, because like you've heard, he said there's no way his lawyer or the court clerks would have, I mean, they have nothing to gain by releasing the sensitive information about her son, I mean, his son. So, because the baby mama released the sensitive documents to a gossip blogger, and because of the fact that he was being labeled a baby dad, I mean, a deadbeat dad, he had to defend himself by doing that interview on Eve Mungai's channel. So I think Rapudo is a reasonable guy. So if you want to listen to the full video, because he continued pouring his heart out for like 30 more minutes, I'm going to link the full video below. As for the baby mama, she might have some valid reasons, but to be honest, I think she's unreasonable. And but then the only thing that would make me excuse her a little bit is the fact that Amber Ray has been linked to witchcraft before when she was trying to steal Jindal from his wife. So, because of that, I think any parent would be concerned about letting such a person have close proximity to their child. Or the other thing, I think the baby mama was still under the impression that she was still in a relationship with Rapudo when he started dealing with Ambari, because, like I've said, she has a very colorful history of dating, because she usually finds herself with someone else's man. So maybe this lady was still dating Rapudo, and then all of a sudden Amber appeared. So because the baby mama resents her, she's doing everything in her power to punish Rapudo. But unfortunately, she's using the child as a weapon in this case. So anyway, if you watch the whole video, he goes on to say how after he was denied access to the child, his lawyer wrote to the baby mama's lawyer. He believes his son knows he loves him, and at some point he'll be forced to start explaining to the son why there's friction between him and his mother, though he doesn't want to go down that route, because obviously if you start bashing the other parent, it's going to affect him psychologically. So he's still trying to protect his mother despite all the evil things she's been doing. So he tries to restrain himself from bad mouthing her. And then um, he also said he would wish to solve this issue out of court, but because the baby mama is very unreasonable, and she's very difficult to deal with because she's blocked him. So there's really no way of communicating with her. And even if you manage to communicate with her, she's ready to leak confidential details to gossip bloggers. So as much as he would like to settle the matter out of court, it seems like that's the only way he can get through to her. So he actually said on that day when he was denied celebrating the son's birthday, his blood pressure shot up that he had to seek medical attention to bring it down. So it also led to the other baby mama, that is the first daughter, that is the 12-year-old daughter that resides with him. His baby mama, that is the first baby mama, actually reached out to him to find out what was happening, because according to this woman, she doesn't have any problems with Rapudo. They seem to co-parent very peacefully. But maybe it's because the woman has moved on with her life, because she's got a husband and a son. Yeah. So because she has moved on with her life, she doesn't have any grudges with Rapudo. So the half siblings also inquired about why the boy didn't show up for the birthday party, but Rapudo didn't tell them much about the situation. But they are smart enough to know that something was off. So the only thing they could do was actually celebrate the birthday, because they had set up a party. So they celebrated it in his absentia, took videos, I think, as evidence, so that whenever they'll be able to meet with him, they'll show him that they had actually prepared a birthday party for him. So they cut the cake and actually sang happy birthday to him. Poor family. So anyway, after he posted that disappointment on his social media platform, many single parents reached out to him. So many guys were praising him for being a stand-up dad, and some baby mamas actually told him how they really wished their kids' fathers would be as involved as he is. So Amber being one of them, because apparently Amber baby daddy, that is the father to her firstborn, is not that involved in the child's life. So she was one of the people who said she really wishes her son's father would be as interested in his life as Rapudo is. So there's another person who sides with Rapudo, that is Nas Judy. If you don't know who she is, I've talked about her. I covered her on the video I did about Muruge Munyi. I'm going to link the video so you can remember who she is. She was caught up in a scandal involving somebody's marriage. So according to her, she believes Rapudo as well. So let me just link a video of what she had to say. so you can see what I'm talking about.
Kama umeamua kuchoose malaya over watoto wetu one weekend, guys, ameamua tu amechukua nikaanza kusema, you know what, I want my sister to go and collect my kids and ship them back to Kenya. I really don't like being opinionated about other people's drama and scandal. One, sijaimaliza hata kufagia za kwangu, and secondly, boma za watu, mambo za watu hatutawahi elewa. I've been following this kachai kamechacha online, and I stand with Rapudo 100%, but also I'm not gonna be quick to judge the baby mama because I know how these things happen sometimes. Mambo ni matatu ama ni mawili manne. Let's break them down. Baby mamas can be toxic, for real. I almost became one, and I'll give you that story shortly. Deadbeats is a real thing. The other thing, baby mamas, we have that natural instincts where we feel like we are the only people who can really take good care of our kids, and you feel like you're the only person who can offer a good, safe environment. There's that genuine concern. But again, you have to remember, when you two separate ways, the other person have the right to their child as well. So, hizo mother instincts zako, unajua venye utazitoa. So the other thing that is usually an issue, mtu mwenye haja move on, there's always gonna be an issue. Unapata like before moja wenyu move on, you're co-parenting okay, but the minute moja wenyu tu ame move on, chaos. I'm gonna give you my story. So we separated for 1 year, and to come up, we are going to do co-parenting because we're better off co-parenting because our issues were too much and we couldn't handle them. To come up, we are going to separate because we do co-parenting. In the first stages, the first few months we were co-parenting, it was goals. Hey! It comes to a point we can realize huyu mtu ameenda. Nilikuwa na feel like there's still a chance, probably too ni a separation for like 1 year, tuende tuko tuone yenyewe hakuna watu wengine wazuri than us together, and then probably at some point God is going to bring us together. Hey, siku moja mimi sijamkia nikapata this man has moved on, imeenda. Shakarabu, Agana, this man has gone. So, the first time nili throw tantrum as a toxic baby mama, I became toxic. Umesikia tumekuwa tukiko-parent vizuri, we are gold. Now the first time I became toxic is when I realized it's like this man has moved on, and now imekuwa like every Friday he has to go and see his girlfriend because he has a life and he has a right to. Because all these other days he's a very good father, intentional father. Like sometimes I feel like he makes a better parent than I do. Unapata Monday, Friday, Tuesday, all the days of the week ako home, anafika mapema, yeye anapenda kwa hiyo intention, amefika job, afanye homework na watu, acheze na wao, acheze cards na Diana, acheze ball na Dashan. So ikafika point every Friday he has to go and see the girlfriend, and then there's a time akachukua weekend to go out of town with the girlfriend. Oh my God, I lost it. I became toxic. Do you know, nilisema I want my kids taken out of Tanzania. Kama umeamua utakwanga unaenda huko ku spend time na malaya wako, unasikia tu ni 1 weekend tu amechukua. In 1 weekend this man has just decided to go and treat his girlfriend. Na mimi ndio catch feelings, nimeona yenyewe hii imeenda. Guys, imeenda. Oh my God. I threw a mega tantrum, you people. Nikaanza kusema, you know what, I want my sister to go and collect my kids and ship them back to Kenya. Waende wakae na sister yangu. Mr. Itikia ati sijui atakuwa anaenda kupatana nao malaya na watoto wangu. Na sasa hizo tu, it's just 1 weekend, guys. 1 weekend. Because he's an adult and he's dating and he's entitled to. But sasa mimi hapa because nimeona sasa enyewe ukweli truly this one has gone. I pulled the cards, sasa nikaanza plan, how will I frustrate this man? And you see, we've been co-parenting well, everybody has been doing their part. Financially, where I was supposed to help, I was helping in relation to the kids. He was doing the same in terms of time, in terms of finances. By then, he's a good dad. Intention mkani kwa sema, huyu akienda, ndawi patana na mwanaume anajua kukuwa like such a good dad wapi. Yani, there are so many things about this man. Niko na feel, guy, if this man goes to another woman, that, hey, I'm not ready. So, ikanifanya nikaanza kukuwa toxic. So now I can realize, this is actually how people become toxic. Wow, easily just like that, in a snap of second, because we were just doing fine, and then all of a sudden, I'm here fighting him. I'm here telling him, oh, sasa kama umeamua ni malaya, kama umeamua kuchoose malaya over watoto wetu. 1 weekend, guys, ameamua tu amechukua Friday, Saturday, Sunday, apeleke kadem, enjoy. Na mimi hapa nishaanza kusema, kama umeamua maisha utakuwa ni malaya tu over my kids. I want my kids to be shipped out of TZ back to Kenya. That is toxicity, my guys.
It was not anything to fight at for my kids our party time, because this man was giving the kids time. But I want now to frustrate him by taking the kids from Tanzania warudi Kenya, akae bila watoto. Basi nimfrustrate because kwanza ninajua he's a good father, najua napenda watoto wake, najua nikichukua watoto from him, it's over for him. He's like nothing without his kids. He loves his kids so much. So guys, when I say baby mamas can be toxic, from my own experience, for 2 seconds I almost became toxic. And then nikajitaka mkutano. Unajua uzuri about mimi, nafanyanga kitu alafu na realize, by the way Judy, mimi ni mtu wa kuweza kurealize my mistake haraka. So nika-realize what I had done and I corrected it. No, nika-realize kumbe hizi ndio vitu zinafanyanga watu wanakuanga toxic. So in this one, the reason why na feel ni kama na support Rapudo, cause from the story I have followed that kachai keenly. I have followed like my life depends on it. Sometimes it's to drama, guy. It's so hard to mind your own business when Kenya is just full of to drama and to gossip here and there, you know. So I've been following keenly, and from what I have followed, I stand with Rapudo like 100%. Like that man is a good dad, and I can tell that even from the receipt, even from the way his side of the story. I don't know. I could be wrong, and that's why I'm saying sometimes when you guys understand his side of the story, that perception, and you understand nayo. I could be wrong, I could be right, I don't know. Mambo za watu hatutaielewa. Na ndio maana nasemanga sometimes people are just quick to judge people online, throwing insult and hate. Maybe watu wakimbia kwa ule, kama una support Rapudo unakimbia kwa baby mama unamtukana. But hata huyo baby mama, she could be genuinely concerned that, you know, see what tunaonanga saa zingine zile content ambayo na on the internet, of which I don't know how to feel about that. Maybe most women would be concerned like, I don't want my kid to go to that house because I feel like they're gonna be influenced or that kind of a thing. But Pia, when you look at it, sometimes that Mimi and my husband, we do like different things and we don't necessarily do in front of the kids, but we can do that and record and post it online. But doesn't mean that because we are doing it now, we usually do in front of the kids. You know, that kind of, I don't know. I'm really trying to understand from both sides, but ninaegemea side ya Rapudo zaidi. I don't know if you guys get me, but yes, that's my opinion and I'm entitled to my opinion. Na mtu sijaribu kukama at me saying, oh, wewe mwenyewe hata sijui nini. Yeah, mimi I own up to my own shit. And I'm not against the baby mama. She could be having her own genuine reason. But I know baby mama, bottom line, can be toxic. And they can be toxic in a way that now, because they're bitter, they will try to frame it and make it look like now the baby daddies are deadbeat, which is so wrong. Because we have like truly people who are deadbeat, but we have people who are actually trying to be in the baby's life, but the moms are making it difficult, and then they turn around the table to make it look like the dads are deadbeat. But you made it difficult. Like sasa kama hii weekend, he was supposed to have the kid for a birthday party, and then amekataza mtoto access. Amekataza the dad access, amekataza mtoto ilikuwa no show, and then in a couple of months or years or even immediately atambia mtoto, oh, you know, even your dad never showed up for your birthday, he doesn't love you. Kwanza si wa mama na hapa kuharibu jina, kwa nini kuharibia? I know.
Okay, so you heard what Nas Judy had to say. I don't know about you. Are you on the baby mama's side or are you on Rapudo's side? Let me know in the comment section. But I would really like to sit down with this baby mama and tell her, number one, if Rapudo is really trying to be in his son's life, she should know that she's very lucky, because given that the laws in Kenya, as in the family laws, don't really compel men to provide for kids like they do in the US, she's very lucky that the man wants to be in the child's life, wants to provide for the child. Because if he decided to be a deadbeat like the way she's claiming, the system is not strong enough to compel him to be involved in the child's life. So I would advise her to be cooperative. Another thing she needs to digest is the fact that as much as she doesn't like Amber Ray's child and her child are blood relatives. So they need to find a way of coping for the sake of the two kids. In fact, I think they should have a sit down and have a showdown and come to an understanding, because they are now blood relatives because of their children. So another thing she needs to realize is the guy, as in the son, needs the father's influence. Because he's a boy, he needs a male figure to teach him how to be a man. So if she keeps denying the father access, the boy is going to miss out on his father's influence in his life. The other thing, if she carries on being difficult, the man might decide to give up in pursuing that relationship with the kid. He might just say, to hell with this woman, especially now that he's revealed he has high blood pressure. He may just say, okay, let me give up on this matter of pursuing this boy. And then when he's an adult, he'll look for me. Yeah. So he can decide to cut off the financial support that he's been giving. And obviously, it's going to have a negative impact on the child. It's going to stress her more because she's going to have to foot the bills that the father is footing at the moment. And then the other thing she needs to realize is when this child grows up, yeah, it's very likely that he's going to resent her, because he'll feel like the mother has been limiting his relationship with the father and the other half siblings. So that's going to backfire. Whatever she's trying to do is going to backfire. Yeah. So another thing, she needs to get over the fact that Rapudo has moved on with another woman, because we all know you cannot force a man to be with you. If he has decided he's over you, there's nothing you can do about it. It's only God who can make him change his mind. So the relationship is over. Go for counseling or something to help you process the heartbreak so you can move on with life. Because all this bitterness is actually going to prevent other people who would want to have a relationship from you with you from pursuing you, because it seems like you're not in a mental state to have a good relationship with anyone. So another thing, because the matter has gone to court, she risks losing custody of the child, because it seems like she's not sticking to whatever the judge has ordered. So that, though the laws in Kenya, okay, the laws are there, but they're not strictly enforced. So, but then there's also there's still that risk that she might lose custody of that child. Yeah. So I think she needs to, like I say, go for some therapy, reflect on her feelings and motivations of why she's doing what she's doing, seek an understanding and address any issues that are causing her to behave irrationally. Yeah. So, because at the end of the day, all this bitterness will be eating her up, will cause her to have a psychological breakdown, because it's not as if Rapudo doesn't have other kids. You can see he has a 4-month child already. He has a 12-year-old daughter with a very cooperative woman. And then he's also taking care of Amber's first boy from another relationship. So you can see he's already gained 3 kids. So if you continue being a difficult woman, he might just decide to say, okay, too bad. I'll have to forget about this boy for 10 years. Then when he turns 18, he's going to come and look for me, which is going to be very unfair for him, because I don't see why he should be kept away from a father that wants to be in his life. So tell me what you think in the comment section about this whole issue. Let me know what team you're riding for. Are you team Rapudo, or are you team baby mama? I didn't catch her name. Is it Murungi or Murungi? Anyway, thanks for stopping by. I'll see you on the next video, and bye for now.